A very afternoon to everyone who has joined us in this virtual gathering. I hope you have a great day ahead. To make it more delightful, let's kick off today's season. Innovation in Urban Water Management Practices, organized by Department of Civil Engineering under KSRCT-IIC. It's a gratifying welcome we bring to you on this pleasant afternoon. Hope you will have a great day ahead. I would like to call upon Ms. T. Ritika from the Department of Civil Engineering to welcome the gathering.
Don't start
Sound coming.
don't start your day with the broken pieces of yesterday. Every morning we wake up in this first day of the rest of our life. With the blessings of late line Dr. K.S. Rangasamy, MG of founder KSR Educational Institutions, it's a pleasure to start this moment by heartily welcoming Sri or Srinivasan, Chairman of KSR Educational Institutions, Dr. K. Tyaharaja, CEO of KSR Educational Institutions, and Dr. R. Gopalakrishnan, Principal, KSRCT. We welcome you all to today's webinar. I heartily welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. T.Pradeep, who is here to deliver a talk on innovation in urban water management practices. Now, I extend a warm welcome to our President, Vice President, Convener of IIC, student coordinators of IIC, and the other core members. I extend my salutation to faculty members and other participants. The desire to create is one of the deepest yearnings of the human soul. Once again, here I welcome you all to the webinar on innovation in urban water management practices. Thank you, everybody.
A warm good afternoon. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Can I share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your introduction. Okay, whether the slide is visible.
Yes,
Slide
sir.
is
Visible,
visible,
sir.
right? Okay. First of all, I would like to thank the management and the IIC president and all civil department faculty members for giving me this opportunity to present you the innovations in urban water management practices. And thank you for your nice introduction. Yes, let me, we will start our session with a few, urban water management practices, right? So I have divided my session into few categories like, for example, what is the status of water and groundwater available in the world as well as in India? And what are some of the statistics of the availability of actual availability of urban water, and what is the scenario of urban water available in India? Because as a whole, if you take as an international level, of course there are some scarcity always for water, and if in the form of groundwater or in the form of what is that, urban water, surface water, whatever you can call it is. Okay, but the water management, it is a biggest problem even in the international status also, because the poor water management sometimes may leads to a lot of scarcity in water, not only for urban city, or it also affects the rural area also, even though the rural area is abundant with water supply and a lot of so many bore wells or some of the open wells are available, but they are also facing some sort of problem in case of this water management is concerned. So especially what we are going to see now today is urban water scenario, because there are some, if you take it, there are two category, means urban and rural category. Okay, rural and urban are the two areas which we can divide it into major category of the zones or lands available in our area or in our India, whatever you call it is. Okay, so let us take urban water, because in this groundwater scenario, if you take, what is that problem is, in this groundwater scenario, most of the rural area is consist of groundwater. Okay, then they are sometimes maybe abundant the groundwater, I mean, amount of availability of groundwater in those areas, rural areas, is somewhat higher than when compared to urban area, because of urbanization and industrialization. The water availability, and of course one more thing I would like to mention, what is that I call, I mean, industrialization and urbanization. In addition to this industrialization, urbanization, one more thing is the improper or poor water management crisis, poor water management scenario. Okay, these are all some of the techniques. I mean, some of the, what is the threats, the threats to the world to save the water or to save the urban water in a proper way. Okay, so let us see some of the glimpses. What is the global water scenario? Maybe you might have come across this word, a global water scenario, that is the among, see, I'll show you some of, yeah. So the water which plays an important role in all our lifeline, okay, all our life systems, because the thing is, water is there any break? It is continuing, right? Am I audible now or disconnected? It is going, right?
Sir, your
Yes,
slide
it's
is
going.
not visible, sir.
Not visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Wait, let me share again. Now, now it is visible, right?
Sir, no, sir.
Not visible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But it is whether now
Sir, yes, sir, visible, sir.
visible. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so the World Water Day, it was celebrated every March 22nd, right? So though actually the World Water Day, World Environmental Day, World Labor Day, like there are different kind of days are celebrating. But what is the reason behind that we are celebrating World Water Day is because we know, right, there are a lot of problems, I mean lot of issues in availability of water and managing of water resources. And since we have to create awareness among the people to about the water and the importance of water scarcity, and how to manage the water effectively, how to manage the water without wasting a simple drop of water, right? Because there are some areas where there are not even a single, I mean, for example, if in our area, right, we are getting water at least for a people, right, 135 per capita liters per capita per day is a requirement of our I mean water supply system. But we are almost getting the on at least 100 liters per capita per day amount of water is we are getting. There are places like even in India, Rajasthan, if you take, no, there are the per capita availability of water is only 25 to 30 mld, I mean LPCD, liters per capita per day. So there are some variations in the water availability even in our India and different places. Even if you take in our Tamil Nadu, there is also some kind of, I mean, issuing of water is somewhat problem, because one area we are getting so much amount of water, in another area we are not getting even a single, I mean, what you can say, or enough amount of water. So that is why, in order to create awareness among the people, the World Water Day was celebrated. Okay, the water covers 70 percentage of earth, but only 1 percentage of is available for human use. Imagine 70 percentage of earth is, I mean, water covers 70 percentage of earth. Only 1 percentage is available for human use, because water available in the earth is in the form of seawater, river water, and ice cubes, glaciers, and all other things, right? But only 1 percentage of water is available for human use. Remember this, right? And also, over 1.5 billion people do not have access to clean and safe water. Almost 3.5 million people die every year because of water and sanitation and hygiene related causes. Every 21 seconds, another child dies on water related illness. Okay, so remember, these are all some of the latest data that I have got. Freshwater animals are disappearing 5 times faster than the land animals. World, half of the hospital beds are occupied due to water related diseases, etc., and industrial pollution. So these are all some of the important facts that must be considered before getting into this water management area. Okay. Yeah, this is what I told. Among 100 percentage of water, that is ocean contains, I mean, 70 percentage of world was earth was covered, right? This is what we have seen now. Water covers 70 percentage of earth, but only 1 percentage of available of human use. Like here you can see ocean, it covers 97 percentage. Freshwater, I mean, covers 3 percentage. In this, I mean, this is the data. I mean, it consists of world level water scarce, I mean, water availability. Okay, so fresh water, that is 3 percentage. In this 3 percentage of fresh water, again it is divided into ice cubes, glaciers, groundwater, and accessible surface water. You can see here accessible surface water. Surface water is only 1 percentage, that is fresh water.
Okay,
Remaining,
Pradeep,
yes sir,
your slide is not visible.
not visible. Okay. Okay, it was sad only.
Browser window தான் open ஆயிருக்கு.
Okay, okay sir. பார்க்குறேன் ஒரு நிமிஷம். இப்போ ஓகேங்களா?
இல்ல பிரவுசர் விண்டோ தான் இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஃபுல் ஸ்கிரீன் போட்டுக்கங்க அவ்வளவுதான்.
இப்போ தெரியுது?
ஃபுல் ஸ்கிரீன்
ஓகேங்களா?
ஓகே.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I mean, just now I told, right? Ocean's 97 percentage of ocean that is covered, and remaining only 3 percentage of fresh water is available, right? In this fresh water, only 29 percentage of ground available as groundwater, and only 1 percentage is accessible surface fresh water. So you see here, the at least only 1 percentage of water is available. See, among this 1 percentage of available surface water throughout the global. Okay, in this also again, I mean, among this 1 percentage, lake covers 52 percentage, water within living organism covers 1 percentage, remaining soil water cover 3 percentage. So almost 30 percentage of water only covers the river streams. So imagine the availability of water. Though there are some amount of plenty of water available in this world, only 0.03 percentage of water is available as a river, or I mean stream waters. So that is why we have to safeguard the water in a exact way. Okay, spending of fresh water, I mean, this is also another data. Globally, agricultural, I mean, globally you can see here agriculture, that is, it covers 69 percentage of water, and the industry it covers 23 percentage of water. Domestic, it is about 8 percentage. Globally, the amount of water that is available, no, that water is converted into three categories, that is agricultural, industrial, and domestic purpose. So as a total amount of water, if you take, it covers 8%, 28% only available for domestic purpose. Remaining 69% is available for agriculture, and remaining 33% is spent for industry. Okay, so you can see here Africa, Asia, and Europe are the three categories. In India, agricultural, it converts, spends 90% of water. Industry, it spends 7% of water. Domestic only 3% of water. So basically, in our India, right, we are almost deals with the agricultural activities. No, so that is why we are spending most of the water on agriculture. It is visible, right?
Visible, visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, fine. India's agricultural sector, yeah, you can see here, India ranks second worldwide in farm output. Agricultural and allied sectors like forestry and fishery accounted 13.7% of GDP, that is gross domestic production, in 2013, and employed 50% of workforces. Okay, because India is actually known for its agricultural practices, right? The irrigating infrastructure includes a network of canals from rivers, groundwater, and well-based systems, tanks, and other rainwater harvesting products for agricultural activities, right? So about two-thirds of cultivation in India is still depending on the monsoon. So if it is not proper monsoon activities, then if it is not a proper monsoon activity, then approximately monsoon in the sense rainwater. So we are mostly dependent on rainwater. So about two-thirds of cultivation, right? India monsoon in the sense rainy season. If you take rainy season, no, most of the places in India we are covered with the rainy areas. Rainy seasons, because we are almost dependent on the rainwater only, right? So here, see the draft and their impact. So the draft means it is a dry area. In Indian agriculture is crucially dependent on the local climate. Favorable southwest south summer monsoon is critical in securing water for irrigation crops. So see here, this most of the places know that it consists of severe drought affected areas, and remaining areas are nearby drought. So see here, unless Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and some other places, right, severely drought affected area. Other than this, no, these are the central part of the India. It almost the drought affected area due to poor water management. No, that is why. Even if you can see here, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana are the places where sometimes they are getting more amount of rainfall, but still due to this lack of water management facility, and they are lagging in water management facility. No, so they are depending on their water for another, river water or some other sources of water, not in the rainwater, due to this improper water management sector. So here you can see water availability in India. So this is in terms of billion cubic meter. This is what, earlier we have seen, no, in that slide. That slide we are consisting, we have seen that it is in terms of world water, right? So here you can see it is a water availability in India. India, if you take total precipitation, 4,000 billion cubic meter. So precipitation in the sense rainfall. So totally the rainfall we are getting 4,000 billion cubic meter of water. So total water availability is 1,869. Total utilizable water is 1,123. Total surface water is 690, and total groundwater is 433 billion cubic meter. You know, right? What is the amount of billion cubic meter? So it was a large amount of water. So you can see here, out of 4,000 billion cubic meter rainwater, okay, only 1,800, 1,123 billion cubic meter water is used as a utilizable water. Remaining water is, though that is available higher than the utilizable water, that is almost 1,800 and odd billion cubic meter of water is directly sent into this, into the sea. Okay, sea water. It is actually, we can say that it is wasted as a sea water. See per capita water availability. You can see here per capita water availability. For example, in the year 1951, the per capita water availability cubic meter in terms of, okay, so 5,117. So now we are seeing in the year 2025, even it is estimated that 1,141. Even in the year 2050, it goes like 1,140. So imagine how the drastic change has happened due to the improper water management. Yeah, again, this is also another example. The overall water demand you can see. So that is a supply. This is a demand. In the year 2010, there was a demand of 710 billion cubic meter water is termed as a demanded water. In the year 2025, we are nearing, right. It is almost estimated that 843 billion cubic meter of water is termed to be demanded water. Okay, in the year 2050, yes, it is 1,180 billion cubic meter of water. Okay, so it is a source from National Commission for Integrated Water Resources Development Plan. So imagine the how much amount of demand that is taken place in the year, even in the shortest year, that is 2025. We should have at least 843 billion cubic meter of water to satisfy all the people that are, available in our India. This is also another demand. Yeah, this is groundwater exploitation, status of groundwater exploitation. So you can see here, let us take an in total India, total units, that is 5,723 units of groundwater is available. Groundwater sources. In this, 4,000 and odd number of groundwater is exploitation takes place. It considered as a safe water. Remaining, or let us take 500 plus 200 and 800, means almost 1,000 and odd number of units are, it is in the stage of critical state. Critical state in the sense there is over exploited state, in the sense there is no groundwater in these zones. Okay, so you can see here over exploited in the diagram. The over exploited zones are comes under Rajasthan, Meghalaya, Rajasthan areas, right? And also few part of Tamil Nadu, Andhra, and Karnataka. That is also consist. It also having some of the over exploited zones. Yeah, climate change likely impacts. Yes, another important threat to this water management strategy is climate change. And climate change, maybe you might have come across these wordings, that is effect of glaciers and snowfields, and the intensification of external events like floods and drought, effect of groundwater quality and in alluvial aquifers, influence on groundwater recharge, increase of saline water intrusion in coastal and island aquifers due to rising sea levels. Say, for example, let us take one of the only, one category of this climate change impact. Let us take this influence of groundwater recharge. So, unless otherwise the proper groundwater recharge is done, it is not possible to hold the water in the soil or in the soil with enough moisture content. It is not possible, right? So because some few places, like we have seen the earlier slide, some of the places, no, it comes under over exploited zones, which means the groundwater level is very, very deeper. For example, normally we are getting groundwater at 100 to 150 feet, right? In the over exploited zone, even if you go beyond 1,000 feet or 1,500, 200 feet, it is not possible to get enough amount of groundwater, right? So in those places, we have to influence, groundwater, we have to make an attempt to recharge our groundwater. Okay, so this may be done or accompanied by only a proper water management strategy. Okay, because of this, we are in Tamil Nadu, right? We are following some rainwater harvesting systems, right? It is an excellent method to recharge groundwater. Okay, though now it has become mandatory that even every house construction, no, even each and every construction, it should be mandatory to deploy what is that groundwater, rainwater harvesting system. Otherwise it is not possible to get that particular plan approved. Okay, so such a way we are practicing, though we are practicing the groundwater reach, what is the rainwater harvesting systems, we are still depend on water for, almost all the purposes, right? Right. Next one, water quality management. So in order to overcome these, above strategy, it was planned that we have to make an act so that people may get concentrated and they should have, they may have some enough idea or they may have some awareness about the importance of water management. So that is why our Indian government, they have enacted and planned, Water Quality Act in the year 1974. It is called Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. Okay, that is Water Act simply. And one more act is EPA, that is Environmental Protection Act in the year 1986. Okay, so who enacted this act? Means there are some central authorities, CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, Central Groundwater Authority, and Water Quality Assessment Authority. So these are all some of the authorities. They have only enacted this kind of act in order to protect or prevent water from pollution. Okay, so what is the reason behind is to safeguard water, that's all. So yeah, this is another one. This slide shows National Mission for Clean Ganga project. So why this slide? No, you should know how the importance has been given for protecting our water from pollution or protecting our water from improper management. So that is why our government, right, the clean Ganga river, okay, which is a famous river in northern place of our India. This Ganga river, even sometimes they can call it as holy river. And what is the special in Ganga river? Ganga river consists of so many holy activities that takes place during the banks of Ganga river. So even though, whatever the, what is that called? The advantages that the particular Ganga river having. The same time, the another side of this Ganga river is polluted like anything. Okay, so that is why the government of India is taken an initiative to protect the Ganga river. So that is why they have planned for National Mission for Clean Ganga project. That is in order to clean the Ganga river. Okay, so that is why they have planned. So in this, for this purpose, no, they have created a ministry called Jal Shakti, that is Clean Ganga project. No, Jal Shakti ministry, which is comes under Water Resources Ministry of an Indian government, right? So they have planned, they have initiated with some kind of people, so in order to protect or safeguard our river water. Okay, say yeah, this is a national mission for Clean Ganga project, that is comes under Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay, Department of Water Resource. So now I think this Jal Shakti is comes, coupled with the Department of Water Resources, right? So that is important one. So why I have given no this slide? So this much amount of importance is given in India to protect and save our water bodies. So that is why, even if you are studying right second year, I think so, sorry, as mentioned, so you are having enough amount of so much, so many projects are available. If you have enough, proper project methodology and proper ideas, no, you can easily convert it into product or patents. No, in our college there is an IIC, Institutional Innovation Council, right? So they are also offering so much financial support and other activities, right? So they are also giving, even if you have a single spark idea related to water projects or any other environmental projects, they are supporting like anything. Okay, so that is importance that the government is having for this water management practices. So that is why I have put this slide to explain how and what is an importance that they have given to protect our water bodies, right? Yeah, so there are some, I have already told, there are two category. One is urban and rural area in India, right? Industrial area, or you can say commercial, industrial, or any other sectors, right? There are some different kind of sectors are available, but in broad category, we have divided into two. That is, one is urban area, another one is rural area. Okay, I think we will see this urban area. Almost a minimum population of 5,000 and above. Okay, and at least 75% of main working population engaged in non-agricultural pursuits, and density of population is at least 400 persons per square kilometer. That is, there are, so let us consider one place. No, in that place, most of the people, they are not dependent on agriculture. Okay, so for example, if you take 100 people are living in an area, almost 90 to 95 people of percentage of people or number of people are engaged with other than non-agricultural activities. If it is, then it is called as an urban area. Okay, similarly, for if you take in rural area, it is almost, I mean, vice versa, the changes. Okay, the 70 to 80% of people are they are depend on agriculture in rural area. Okay, so this is what the urban areas categorized, right? See here, this is an urban, one of the open well located in urban India. See how the amount of water, I mean, the depth of water is going. So urban water current status in India. So 54% of Indian groundwater wells are decreasing. So you can see here groundwater well meters below groundwater level. That is most of the places. Yellow it stands for high, medium, low to medium, low no data. No, leave it no data. So low to high. Almost 55% of India's groundwater wells are decreasing. Yes, this is also another category. It is in the form of simplest explanation. That is, we are getting 4,500 kilometer cube of water from rain. Okay, 4,500 kilometer cube of water per year. So you can imagine what is the kilometer cube and what is the area it consists of. Okay, in the among this 4,500 kilometer cube of water, 3,500, that is almost 3,378 kilometer cube of water is converted. I mean, directly it will reach sea or ocean. Okay, it will directly reach there. Remaining 250 per kilometer cube of water only reaches the dams and reservoir, and 440 kilometer cube of water it reaches, I mean, mountains or whatever falls. The remaining 400 kilometer cube of water reaches the aquifers or groundwater. So you can imagine almost one-fourth of the water. So for example, those 4,500 kilometer cube, in this, one-fourth of the water only used for utilizable water. Remaining water is converted or directly sent to the seawater, seashore. Okay. Okay. See, urban water management in India. About 30% of people in India lives in cities that are expected to double the population in the year 2050. So imagine what is the amount of water that required during the year 2050 if the 30% of people in India, if it is doubled. Say for example, let us take if in 50% of people they are living in cities, only 50% of people living in rural area means you can imagine the exact amount of water that is required for rural area, no, that directly the equal and same amount of water is required by the urban people also. So okay, right. So with the growing economy, changing lifestyles, the pressure on already strained water resources is increasing. Okay, so that is why the government has taken an initiative so they have established integrated urban water management as a new framework and approach for the nation, right? So this is the IUMWM, no, integrated urban water management, right? So they are only planning for so much activities like urban clean Ganga projects and so many so and so projects, even for small category of projects, right? So they are only establishing and I mean in charge for these kind of initiatives, integrated urban water management, right? So scenario, yeah, this is what I would like to mention. Even on the previous slide itself, I have told no. In the Rajasthan, 100 millimeter of rainfall is they are getting 100 millimeter of rainfall annually, whereas in Meghalaya, 11,000 millimeter of rainfall they are getting annually. So you can imagine the drastic change that has happened in these two areas. For Rajasthan, 100 mm of water. For Meghalaya, 11,000 millimeter of water, and whereas in Rajasthan, 100 millimeters. So this is the greater difference scenario between, I mean, which is happen in our India. Okay, in one place of India, we are depending very much our water on, say, for example, 100 mm. Whereas in another place of in India, they are getting abundant amount of rainfall. We are unable to store the water. Whatever water we are getting. Okay, this reflects the per capita availability. Okay, one more example is it is around 650 cubic meters supplied by the river Kutch and Saurashtra. Okay, 18,500 cubic meter in the east supplied by the Brahmaputra. So there are two drastic changes. So 650 cubic meter is there and 18,500 cubic meter is there. Okay, so 18,000 cubic meter that is supplied by river Brahmaputra and 650 cubic meter is supplied by Saurashtra. So availability differs from place to place. Okay, so we have to equally manage and we have to supply the water equally. Okay, so that is the challenge that behind the urban water management. Okay, so for example, I can quote an example, right? For example, in Bangalore, it is an urban city. Bangalore draws water from river Kaveri, which is around 100 kilometers far away from the city. Okay, what is the reason behind this? Because even though river Kaveri is, 100 kilometers are far away from the city, they are drawing water for the day-to-day life from this river Kaveri, even though it is far away from the city. What is the reason? Because most of the roads in Bangalore, right? You may, aware of this city, Bangalore. Most of the roads, right? Most of the roads are concrete roads. Most of the roads are concrete roads. Okay, roads and pavements are made up of concrete. So that what is the problem in it? No, it won't allow filter water into this ground. Okay, it will directly allow the water to run through wherever the slopes are available. The water easily runs through it, but not percolated into the ground. So that is why the groundwater recharge level in the nearby area is very, very far. Okay, so it is not possible to get enough amount of water from the wells that are located in and around the Bangalore city. Even though if you go for a borewell which is located in almost or inside the Bangalore city, it is not possible to get water even after 100 feet, 100 meter of borehole. Okay, so this is a improper planning, right? So this is what we have to concentrate as a civil engineer. Also, we should also take a view on this. So this is another, one of the best example why water management is, if it is not proper, then we have to suffer. And while designing urban water systems, some of the things we should know, right? So what is the actual urban water cycle, and what is the urban water cycle closely linked into this water set, security through diversity, and water should be fit for purpose, maximum benefits. So these are all the things we should take in care while designing any kind of urban water management in urban areas. Okay, so doing more with less integration is the key. So what is the problem? Holistic systems approach to the urban water set. And now what is mean by water set? Water set is consist of, or the water reachable areas. Okay, water set means if you connect almost all the water sets, no, you will get a very big amount of water from one place to another place. So we can do some integration activities. Say for example, I will quote some of the examples here. Tailored IUWM, integrated urban water management framework for developing countries required. Say for example, if you take this as one of the country of, let us take it country, right? Say for example, if you take here, there is an water scarcity due to high polluted bodies. Okay, intermittent and irregular energy supply, fast growing cities, low pressure, lack of water connection, high level leakage, poor solid waste management category. So these are all some of the problems that are identified in any kind of city. Okay, you can quote, even if you go for any city, these are all the standard problems. Am I right? These are all some of the standard problems. So in order to overcome these problems, the integrated approach is required. Okay. Say for example, application, one example I have quoted here, stormwater leakage and demand management. So there are groundwater and surface water. and they are supplying water supply, and the water is sent to the various purposes. Okay, toilet, kitchen waste, okay, septic tank, and the from the septic tank water, and it is allowed for wastewater treatment, and again it will recharge it, and again it will goes to the water supply system. Okay, so where is the source? So groundwater, surface water, rainwater, evaporation, and rainwater again converted into roof water, surface water, and runoff storage. So it should be somewhat cyclic in manner. Okay, so then only it is possible to at least store at least some amount of water. Okay, I think any is, I mean, this is also one of the place where they are following this kind of water sub. I mean, they are facing these kind of issues in urban water management. Okay, so they are getting water, right, fresh water source, fresh water supply, build on PPP concept. Okay, so these are all the water supplies they are getting. Okay, to urban city, and wastewater from small scale industry and the so wastewater they are sending it to the wastewater treatment plant, and remaining water disposed, reclaimed water is reuse of water. So this, if it is in small city, they are following like all the wastewater treatment plant, reclaimed water, disposed water. So these are all some of the integrated approaches in order to store the water effectively, right? Okay, and on Singapore, right, they are getting water from rain, stormwater, rainwater management, seawater treatment to wastewater system, and I mean, sorry, here treatment of raw water to potable water. Potable water is supply of water to the population, collection of wastewater stream after use utilized, and then it is allowed to wastewater, and then it allowed to sea. So rainwater, stormwater management. So each and every place they are having some sort of management category, right? Okay, so this is what I have told already. Water scarcity, I mean, water security, some of the threats, right? If you take some of the three important threats, water security, enhancing irrigation potential, so flood management, drought, climate change, and recycle reuse of water are the major challenges in India for making any kind of attempt. Before attempting for the urban water management practices, these are all the some of the threats. Yes, water security is very, very essential, and draft we have to manage, climate change we have to manage. So like this, no, there are some hurdles or challenges are available. So you have to overcome these challenges to reach that particular level. This is also again the same. Yeah, challenges in water supply, rapid urban growth. This is what I told. No, some of the additional challenges, right? Urban growth, slums and poverty, climate change impacts, then leaks and unaccounted water problems, and weak political leadership, weak regulation, institutional complexity. So there are n number of factors are available to take it as, and they have to consider these factors before getting into the project management. I mean, water project management category. Okay, water quality, the quantity, sorry, quantity, quality, no, quality issues are due to some pollution. Quantity issues, yeah, we have to save this water in one place, right? That is the place is called utilizable. Say for example, Chennai lost 33 percentage of wetland areas in last decade to development projects. Okay, so 33 percentage of wetlands are converted into development project. Then how it is possible to store the water for, I mean, in the lake or some other tanks? It is not possible, right? Because most of the places are converted, so it is not possible to store the water effectively. One of the example again I can quote, I have quoted, right? How did Chennai lose its water? Three rivers, that Kuvam, Adayar, and Kosatalayar are the main rivers in Chennai. Okay, flow through Chennai into the Bay of Bengal. The Buckingham Canal connects all these three rivers. Chennai used to be a water surplus metropolitan cities of the country till a couple of decades ago. Following the age-old conservation traditions in Tamil Nadu, they are having abundant amount of water during 2 decades before. But no, what is the state of now? What is the status in the Chennai city? Okay, I don't want to explain because you itself know very well what is the water scarcity that is taken place in the Chennai. Okay, and also we have come across some of the floods, right? In recent days, two floods we have faced in the Chennai floods. Okay, even though there are an amount of water, it is due to poor management. Due to poor management, the Chennai facing lot of floods. Okay, Chennai had nearly 2 dozen water bodies, including 3 rivers and a British period in Buckingham Canal. Today, it is reduced to half a dozen. So, 2 dozen, which means that 24 number of water bodies are there. Now they are having 6 number of water bodies. Where is the water bodies now? Because we have constructed so many buildings over the water bodies. Okay, yeah, conservation technique, though it is a simple technique. Okay, what is water conservation? Water conservation is a practice in which people, companies and governments attempt to reduce their water usage. Say for example, these are all some of the places, quotes, right? We are following water conservation. A small drop of water is, maybe it is useful for biggest savings, right? So like this, why it is important to conserve water? To guard against rising cost, potential conflict, to preserve the environment, to strengthen the communities, to make water available for recreational purpose, to prepare for future draft. So these are all the reason why we have to conserve water. Again, so there are some major threat: drought and desertification due to improper water conservation. Yeah, this is what we have already seen: water scarcity and industrial water pollution. Okay. Yeah, this is also another scarcity. Yeah, there are some industrial heavy metal effluents, right? Heavy metal, dangerous metals are there. For example, if you take some in the nickel, heavy metal industry. Okay, this there are some category: engineering industries, paper mill, fine chemical, dyes. There are 4 kind of industries are there, right? Each and every industry, they used to discharge their water on the river. Okay, suppose if the water on the river is not properly, treated, without treating, the water is directly sent on to the river, then what will happen? That it will directly affect the quality of the river water. So like that, there are major industries. For example, there are a number of industries, right? Some of the battery manufacturing, refineries, textile industries. Though there are number of industries, I have quoted a very few important industries here, which is having more toxic processing of water. The chemical industry points, ink industry, pulp, paper, metal, beverages, leather tanning industry are the important factors. Industries that we have to give much more concentration than other industries. Okay, so what is the treatment process? What is the solution that is against the pollution? Is that is water source, water storage, treatment, and we have to recycle the water as much as possible. Okay, so there is one saying called a JETLD process, that is zero liquid discharge process. Zero liquid discharge process. It is the one that we are following for most of the industries located in our Tamil Nadu. Okay, zero liquid discharge, which means that if you supply 100 liters of water for an industry, it should be properly treated after processing. It should be properly treated. Okay, so for example, as I said, if you supply 100 liters of water, 80 to 85 percentage of water is converted and used for that particular process actually it meant for. Remaining 20 percentage of water along with the sludge, it is converted as a waste. So what we have to do, we have to send them into the water treatment plant. Okay, in this water treatment plant, no, or wastewater treatment plant, among this 20 percentage of remaining water, no, they are segregating and extracting water as much as they can. Okay, so remaining 20 percentage, now at least 15 percentage of water that is available on that particular remaining 20 percentage is now it is, what is that? Recycled. So like that, it is called a zero liquid discharge process. That will not be any waste, right? This is what our Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board is providing as a norms for any industry. You have to follow zero liquid discharge concept. That means that you have to establish a treatment plant. You have to treat your own water, and remaining water only we have to send them out. Okay, so this is what another important. Some of the case studies, yes, industrial shutdown due to water shortage. One of the industry is got shut down due to this improper management of water. and water shortage leaves industry perched, which means in the one of the industry in Chennai, which was located over there, due to poor water shortage, no, it was very difficult for them to continue their industry. So there will be no chance. So they have decided to fit an industry. And one of the power plant also got it shut down due to poor water shortage. Yeah, Vizag steel plant also recently, it also affected by these kind of water crisis. So due to this water crisis, Vizag steel plant is one of the important and the heaviest plant on I mean, when compared to in our Indian country, I mean Indian company. So Vizag steel plant is one of the biggest plant. They are having so much, and I mean, n number of products. Okay, so they are also dealing with crores and crores liter of water, okay, for their industrial purposes. So innovative ways to address water and sanitations. So fighting coastal erosion with tetrapods and digitize your water supply and water seed techniques, zero maintenance, low cost filtration techniques, Fontas, self-filling water bottles also naturally, I mean, nature already has solution to water contamination, portable water purification, water wheel, Tanzanian sand-based water filters, Varka water creates water from air. These are all some of the innovative techniques to address water and sanitations. So this is what I told you know. There are some techniques, right? This is an fight against glacier melt. So it is an artificial glacier melt, which is located in Himalaya area. They have scientists know they have constructed artificial glacier melt over there. So fighting coastal erosion with the tetrapods. Tetrapods you might have come across in the coastal area. Okay, in order to avoid coastal erosion and digitize your water supply so that you can use your water in a proper way. Water seed turning into air into drinkable water, which means the moisture content, no, they are having a moisture. In the moisture we are having water. Okay, so there is a water seed technique. We have, it will convert the moisture water into actual water. Affordable filter, yeah, this is an innovative solution to water shortage to get water from one place to another place. And font as self-filling water bottles with the help of humidity and moisture content. These water bottles get fills themselves. Okay, this is another trial and error method they are following. It is called Fontas self-filling water bottles. It is, I mean, what is that called? Developed by Australian designer Christoph. Nature already has a solution to water contamination. That is cactus. Cactus is one of the water purification agent. Portable water purification for developing nations, live straw mission. This is also another important, I mean, to protect the water, right? This is live straw mission. And wagon water wheel, this is what the first slide we have seen. Water wheel lift the burden of rural families by providing easier access to water and sanitation. Tanzanian sand-based water filter wins innovation award. So these are all some of the small initiatives, but it attracts global needs. Okay. Varga water creates water from air. This is also like water seed technology. Some of the other modern techniques to conserve water is, this is what rooftop conservation. That is, I told you, no, rainwater harvesting system, that one. And ferrocement techniques to conserve water. Rainwater harvesting, there is no need of explaining rainwater harvesting system, because in almost all the places in our Tamil Nadu, we are practicing rainwater harvesting systems. Artificial recharge to groundwater. This is one of the important thing to recharge groundwater with the help of artificial groundwater, artificial techniques, right? This is again one of the important in Bangalore. No, as I told, it is already a water scarcity. I mean, there was a water scarcity. So, in order to avoid those water scarcity and in order to overcome those water scarcity, they have attempted so many practices. This is also one of the practices. One of the places in Bangalore called Hubli, they are having some smart water metering system, that what they will do, no, what it will do, whenever you are not available at home, it will immediately send a message that water is coming, so that you can reach your home, so that it will, you can utilize the water, available water properly. Like that, the message will almost blink at your mobile phone. Okay, this is one of the, what is that, Sirutuli, I think, next drop, or the some of the private organization, NGOs, they have come up with beautiful solutions to overcome these water supply systems. Smart water leak sensors, smart water meterings. Okay, so all these are all some of the small techniques to conserve water. Maybe these are all the things are very smaller in manner, but it will conserve water in a bigger extent. Okay, so why, what is the reason for smart water metering is, it will provide us how much amount of water we are getting daily, or equal, I mean monthly or weekly, whatever it may be, to it can help us to avoid unnecessary water usage. Some of the historical water conservation practices, plant practices in India, a glimpse. Jahalra, Power System, Talab, Bavari, Tanka, Panamkeni are the some of the oldest water conservation techniques. So still some of the places in India, we are following this kind of historical water conservation practices. So it will help us to conserve water in a bigger extent. Okay, let us go through one by one quickly. Jahalra, it is located in Jodhpur area. It was constructed in the year 1660 AD. Okay, so these step wells collect the subterranean seepage of upstream reservoir or lake. Okay, it is called Jagalra, which is located in Jodhpur areas. Palm system, Rajasthan. Rajasthan, common water harvesting practice in the western Rajasthan. Rainwater flows from the Agar catchment to percolate into the sandy soil to access Rajani Pond percolated water. So this like a small wells, deep wells, not a deep wells, short wells in our area. No, it is similar to power system. It is Talab or Pandi. This is located in Udaipur area. These kind of waters are used for drinking purposes. Yeah, some of the, I mean, if you take it in a, what is that called? Summer, I mean, seasonal, monsoon seasonal. No, it will used for agricultural purposes also to cultivate some of the rices. Bavari. This is located in Rajasthan area. Bawaris are unique step wells that were once a part of the ancient network of water storage in the cities of Rajasthan. It will help us to reduce the water losses and series of and also evaporation status also. Okay, series of layered steps were built around the reservoirs to narrow and deepen the wells. So Tanka, the Thar desert region of Rajasthan, is like our surface wells. Okay, we are having some of the wells, no open wells. Like that, they are also having this kind of tanker wells at the Thar desert, Rajasthan. And Panamkeni, it is available in Wayanad region. It is with the help of some of the what is that called, stems of toddy palms. Toddy palms are located because you know, right, Wayanad area, that is Kerala area. No, it is a rich in water area. So they are having these kind of small techniques to close. I mean, store the water in small places. Okay, this is the secret behind how these wells have abundant water even in the hottest summer months. So possible option for actions, technologies, and practicing conservation of agriculture on the large scale, water pricing, watershed development, and increasing awareness to increase the water use efficiency in the agricultural sector. So these are all some of the techniques. And even next one is introducing clearer incentive structure, and declining water tables results in increasing cost of pumping sanitation, strengthening cross sectoral water governance, ensuring sustainable financing and subsidies to ensure that existing public irrigation infrastructure is maintained. Okay, so these are all some of the glimpses of water management practices in our India, how we are following our water management categories. Okay, water management techniques in our India. Okay, and so unless otherwise we are having a proper idea and proper technology, it is not possible to conserve our water systems. Okay, particularly in case of urban area, because of our day-to-day life and urbanization, it is not possible to look into this matter seriously, but we have to take this matter seriously so that we can do some of the activities so that we can protect our water well. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful session. It's a time